Okay guys, so I am here with another ESO video. What I'm going to be doing today is going to be a tutorial slash guide to blacksmithing in ESO. So this tutorial slash guide is for people who are just starting out with ESO and they don't really know kind of how to get weapons besides getting them from Cold Harbor, and basically how to how to blacksmith and everything. And so yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm here with my good friend, I think I'm here with Winthrop the First. Very prestigious. This is a character that I created a little while ago, just kind of for fun. He is very, how should I say it, plump. Yeah, so I don't really know how this guy is going to be saving Tamriel anytime soon. But anyway, so I guess I will use him for this video just because he is only level 5 right now. So it is a prime example of just starting out the game. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to press M to open up our map, and we can scroll in and out with our mouse wheel here. So the first thing that you want to look for is something along these lines. If we go over a key here, we can see under services, actually it's not there, I guess it would be under merchants, blacksmithing right here. So we want to find kind of an icon that looks similar to this. For this one it just looks like a sword with a shield over it. But yeah, so I'm gonna head over there and I'll see you guys when I get there. Actually, I don't know if I'll cut, it's like right here, literally. Okay, I'm here. So with blacksmithing, the first thing that you want to do is, well, I guess the first thing that you really want to do is you want to go out into the wilderness of the city and find iron. But you do want to make sure to find one of these in your city. I think all of the starting places have a blacksmithing station, just so you can get started. I'm gonna close BRB. So you do want to make sure that you know where this is for later. Okay, so now the very first thing that you want to do is you want to go out into the wilderness somewhere outside of the city, because iron usually doesn't spawn inside of the city. I haven't ever seen it inside the city. But basically you want to go out and search around for iron ore. It's usually found around rocks and other terrain type things. I don't really know how to describe it. I do have some in my inventory right now. It looks like this in your inventory. Can be refined into iron ingot, used to create heavy armor and metal weapons of level 1 to level 14. So I guess I will cut until I find some iron ore. Okay guys, so I just found some iron ore. It will be a little hard to find and spot in the beginning. That's just because usually in these areas there's a lot of players, so most of it's taken up, and it's kind of hard to spot. As you can see from a distance, it just looks like regular rock. But this is what it looks like when it's on the ground. So to get it, we just press E to mine it, and we do some hard labor. After that, we can just take it from like it would be in a chest, or like it would be in a chest, but you know, it's iron, so it's on the ground. But now that we have a little bit of iron ore, we can go back to the blacksmithing station. But one note, you do need 10 pieces. So right now I think that gave me 3, yeah. So I have 6 now, 6 in total. So I need 4 more pieces in order to refine it into iron ingots. So I'm gonna go find just a little bit more, and I'll be right back. Oh yeah, one thing that I forgot to mention before when I was talking about how it's hard to find. In the future, if we go into our blacksmithing tab under craft, where is it? Okay, right here, keen eye. Later we can unlock that. As you can see, it's when I get to rank 2. We can unlock that, and basically, when I get within 20 meters of iron ore, it'll start to emit kind of like a shimmering glow, so you can see it a lot easier, and that's how it's a lot easier to find iron once you level up a little bit. Alright, so now that we have our, well, 12 iron, we only need 10, but I got 12. what you want to do is you want to come back to the anvil that we found earlier, and we want to refine this. So to refine it, we just press E to put it down here and press R to refine. Now what that gave us is it gave us 8 iron ingots. So that wasn't total 1-to-1. There is a little bit of randomness that's chucked in there. So you could get more than what you have, or you could get less. That time I got quite a few less actually. So now on to the other things that we have. So for creation, this is mainly what you want to look at first. So this is where you create all your weapons and armor and everything. So for weapons, we have these 2 checkboxes at the very top. So basically what this does is have items that limits these items that we can scroll through to only the things that we can make. And this checkbox limits pretty much a bunch of other stuff down here that we have the knowledge to make, so I guess that really doesn't do anything right now. So we can make an axe, hammer, sword, battle axe, a maul, a great sword, and a dagger. Each of them take a different amount of iron, so the very base for the dagger is 2, the great sword is 5, obviously because it's bigger, the maul is also 5, as well as the battle axe. The sword is 3, the hammer is 3, and the axe is 3 pieces of iron ingots. So we can go over to armor. We have the chest piece, boots, gloves, the helmet, pants, shoulder pads, and a belt. Each of these both have their respected minimums and maximums. If we add more iron ingot to each item, as you can see over here, it bumps up the value as well as the level and the amount that it protects us. So the more we put into it, the higher level it's going to be, and the more armor it's going to apply to our body to reduce damage and that sort of stuff. So now that we know how to make stuff, there's these other tabs up here. So there's deconstructing. So if you already have things that you can deconstruct, I think a couple of these are from my other character. If you already have things that you can deconstruct, that's great. To deconstruct things, basically what you do is you just take it, or you can press E to put it down here in this slot. I just clicked and dragged there, and then you can just press R to deconstruct. Now what deconstructing does is it basically does what the name says. It deconstructed that one weapon. I'll do it again, and up here you can see that, oh, actually that one didn't give me anything. But as you can see, no usable items found. Sometimes it does give you nothing in return, but most of the times it'll give you like iron ingots and some honing stones, so you can use that to make other weapons that you need. So you can deconstruct things that you get from like dungeons and stuff that you aren't typically going to use. You can do the same thing with armor. Let's see if this gives me anything. Oh, we got magnesium for that one. So these last 2 tabs, improvement, basically takes any of the weapons or armor that you have in your inventory. I think it looks like it's spanning from both of my characters, so that might be the case. I'm not entirely positive. I think that's what it's doing, because this is level 47, and obviously I'm not level 47. But yeah, so you can take like this. I can improve this right now. What you need to improve it for this item, since it's green already, I need to make it blue, which requires dwarven oil. If I wanted to make it from just straight white, like if I would just craft it, to make it green, to improve it once, I need honing stones, and so on and so forth, up to tempering alloy. So the way improving works is, down here you want to improve machete, and the chance 15%. So the more of these dwarven oil you put in, the more chance that it's going to be 100% successful. If you only do one, 15% chance, it's not going to be very successful. You're going to be taking a big risk here, although it's not going to use as many resources. So if you're a big risk taker, you might do that, but most of the time I just like to make it 100% just because that's the way I roll. So now that we have 100% certainty that it's going to improve and it's not going to break or anything, we can go ahead and improve it. Actually, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to make another thing. I'm going to make a dagger to show you guys what it would be like if I were to break it. So we're going to make a dagger here. Just press R to craft once you have everything selected. Really quick, I'm going to touch on the style and trait. So basically the style is how it looks. To get a different style, you need these things called racial motifs. Now, to get a racial motif, it's basically a book. I think they now split it into different chapters, so each chapter has like a different item. So there's armor chapters and weapon chapters and all that stuff. So to find those chapters of the book, I think they're spread out throughout the world in like dungeon chests and just random like drawers in people's houses. So you can find those are actually quite rare. So you can buy them from other people as well. My cat is about to make some trouble. No, stay over there. Don't stay. Okay. Yeah. And for traits, basically what a trait is it's a, like this one, it has a trait of infused. I can't really show it to you, like circle it, but it's like right here on the screen when I scroll over it. And yeah, so this effect increases weapon enchantment, blah 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 blah. So yeah, okay, improvement. If I want to improve this one, let's take this out. And hopefully this will break, because it's only a 20% chance. It's saying you only have a 20% chance, blah, 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 blah. If this attempt fails, Iron Dagger will be destroyed in the process. Are you sure? Yes. Yeah, okay. So I got a red bar, or a red ring around it, and it says up here, improvement attempt failed. And now the dagger is erased from my inventory. So if I want to enchant this, or excuse me, if I want to improve this, I'm going to bump this up to 100% and improve, and we got a nice ring of golden harmony. Actually, it wasn't golden, it was white, whatever. But yeah, so now it is improved to blue status, which is superior. All the names are down here: normal, fine, superior, epic, legendary. So now this is superior status, and it didn't change the level, but it changed the damage and the value, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Researching this I'll get into in a little bit. Right now I am going to switch over to my other character to get into more depth into later game stuff, because my other character is like VR 3, I think. So yeah, I'm going to cut here and we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so now that I'm in my other character, we can take a look at the more advanced stuff. So right now I am in Davin's Watch in the Ebonheart Pact. Most areas around the starting place look pretty similar, or like the things are similar, you get what I mean. So this is the blacksmith area for Davin's Watch. It has the same crafting area. So throughout your game experience you will find different ores. This one's iron, high iron, galatite, dwemer, dwarven, calcinium, and quicksilver. There are more after quicksilver, that's just the highest I've gotten so far, which I need to refine while I'm here. So yeah, that's pretty much that. You get different ores. Dwemer scrapped. I don't know what that's for, actually. Huh. Never seen that. Weird. Anyway, so basically with creation there are a couple new things. If we scroll through the materials, we can see all the ingots that I have that I can make things out of. So with iron, we saw before it went up to, I think it was level 14 or something. But if we go to steel, which is made out of high iron, it starts at 16 and it goes up from there all the way to 24. And with each new step of ingots, we get more, the level goes up. So if we go all the way to the end into void stone, it goes up to, or it starts at VR 9 and goes up to VR 14. So that's that for materials. For style, I have a fair amount of the motifs. As you can see, there's quite a bit actually. These ones that I don't have yet, the Dwemer, the Ancient Elf, Barbaric, Primal, Daedric, and Imperial, those ones are pretty rare, so definitely stay on the lookout for those. If you buy it from a player, it's usually like 20,000 gold at least. Sometimes I can get it in like 50,000. So yeah, those are pretty expensive. So stay on the lookout for those. Okay, so with traits, we have some gems that we can use. You can find these, again, scattered across the world and usually dropped by enemies. So we have different types of traits. So with this powered one, for example, it reduces the cooldown of weapon enchantments. Traits are entirely different from enchantments. Enchantments make effects on your weapons. Like up here, I have the fiery weapon enchantment, which adds 35 fire damage whenever I hit something. But then on top of that, I have an infused trait, which what that does is increase the weapon's enchantment by 17%. So when I add an enchantment to that weapon, it bumps it up just a little bit. So that's pretty much what I have with all my weapons, including, actually not my bow, because I didn't make my bow, I found it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Same thing goes for armor and everything, it's just, you know, you wear it. Deconstructing is all pretty much the same. I'm gonna, yeah, I don't need these. I'm gonna deconstruct a bunch of stuff. Then I think I need these for a quest. So yeah, okay. So the research, you can research each weapon that you have. So there's axe. You already heard me say it. Basically, each weapon has a specific set of traits. To use the traits that we were talking about before up here, you have to research them. So to research traits, what you have to do is, can I research any of them right now actually? Okay, so I can research something for the great sword. So to research trait, you have to have an item with that specific trait. You can go find it like in a dungeon or a drop from an enemy. So once you have the weapon, you bring it to the anvil and you go into the research tab. Then you go under the weapon type, great sword for example. You find the trait that it has, and it says researchable. So if you click that, or excuse me, just press R to research it. I don't want to research that actually, but you would select this, then click research trait. But when you research a trait, it does get rid of the item, and I actually still want this because it's kind of memorable to me. Do I have anything else? It doesn't look like it. But if you can research something, it'll have a number beside it, beside the item that shows how many things or how many traits you can research. I think if you level up, if you do with that blacksmithing, which one is it? Okay, it's this one. Metal extraction. No. Those are from this. Okay, here it is. Metallurgy or something, I don't know. Reduces the research time by 20% and allows the researcher the research of 3 items at once. This is a good skill to have if you are doing if you are a blacksmithery, no. And basically what it does is, normally you can only research 1 trait at a time, but with that ability that I have, I can research 3 different weapons. Now you cannot research 3 different traits under 1 weapon, which I think is kind of dumb, honestly. But you can only research 1 per weapon always. You can research 3 different traits in 3 different weapon types, but yeah, that's how that works. And again, it reduces the research time. As you can see, this one would take 4 hours and 47 minutes. Now this research time does go after you log off, so it's not a huge deal. So if I do this now, it'll be done at like 6 o'clock, which is, I'm recording this at 2 p.m. So it'll be done at like 6 o'clock, 6:47, even though I won't be logged in into the game. So that's really nice. Again, the same thing goes with armor. I guess I can research a lot more stuff with armor. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I have a lot of stuff. Ninhorned is one of the traits that they just added a couple updates ago, and yeah. So another thing with traits, there are things called set weapons or set items. Now what a set weapon or set item is like this sword right here, for example, is part of the White Strake's Retribution set, which you can see right under the trait bar. And what that is right now it adds 109 max health and 146 spell resistance. That's just because I'm not holding the sword. So if I have the sword out, it activates all 5 of the buffs because I have 5 items of that set. So I have 2 swords of that item, or of that set I mean. I have a belt of this set. I have armor cops. I have a jacket, and is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. So I have 5 items. So that's the max number you can get. So yeah, those are sets, and to craft a set or a set item, you have to have a set number of traits for that item. So like it varies between sets. So like some of them you need 5 traits, or some of them you need all 7 or 8. I don't know how many there are. Or some of them you only need 2 traits. But it just kind of varies depending on what set type it is. So definitely check that out. I guess I can cut to a little bit of me just looking and showing you guys that example here. So yeah, that's what I mean. And yeah, so that's pretty much, I think that's pretty much all the stuff for blacksmithing. I don't know that there's much else to go over. There is a bunch of other things that you can get, like the minor hireling, which basically just gives you items every day. Yeah, so look over the passive abilities, definitely use them. And most of the stuff that I've said in this video so far basically applies to most of the other crafting things like alchemy, clothing, all these. Most of them apply to this one too. Some things are different. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I guess I will see you guys later. Oh, and one more thing. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, definitely make sure to put those in the comments, and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as possible on those. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.